Hey guys, so in the last video of mine I got a lot of requests about getting you guys breakdown of the game when I play Edges of the Circle and just gameplay itself. So there you go guys, that's the very first one. I think that one gameplay is not enough to explain everything and share my experience with you, so I will give you that game from yesterday, which I just picked to show off with that really nice kill with 905 meters with SKS. So if you came for a kill, there you go. If you came for a breakdown, see you in a second. So right off the bat, I'm really sorry guys if something gonna be wrong with this gameplay, with this game breakdown. I don't do normally stuff like this for PUBG, so I might mess up a little bit. If I'll cut off something what you wanted to see, or if editing not gonna be right in like in other people maybe doing gameplays or game breakdowns, let me know. I will definitely fix it on next one. Just write something in comments below. And of course, first thing what we do, we check in how the plane is going, the actual plane's fly path, and picking the distant place. I'm going for this little island in there, 1 kilometer dive to pick vehicle and go to Georgia Pole. Why I'm doing that? It's really simple. In there you got 3 different spawns, 1 car in garage, 1 car on the island, and then we got boat. If everything will fail, there is a chance to get a boat as well. And we can see both already from here, so I'm happy with that. But I will try to get a bit closer and see nothing in garage. But I spotted buggy early in here, so we're gonna go for buggy, since turning around the boat and flying to it might take a bit longer than just grabbing this buggy. So a lot of people might think as well, Trujan, go in Georgia Pole when you're trying to play safe and stay on the edges of the circle, go far to loot. That is just, you know, against the logics, but it's kinda is not, you know. I don't want to avoid fighting as much as you might think. I like to fight and engage players, although I like to gear up myself before I will engage players. So if I will have to fight 5 people over those great loots in here, I will do so, because it is just worth doing it. So I'm gonna cut out the part of the video where I'm just running around looting, because luckily I was just alone in here. But I will stop in here so you can see actually what I managed to get since being here solo. So I got like almost everything I would like to have. Decent gear, everything level 3, all type of scopes I require. And if someone else on Reddit will tell me that playing Edges of the Circle is just camping, being under-geared and hoping for getting top 10 or something, there you have it. And I didn't even have to kill anyone who's on the edges of the circle and on far distant places, so right in your face. Yeah, I'm joking, of course. Yes, what I normally do, I'm looking at my gear and trying to move to the direction, like to the place which my gear will benefit me to. So I got 8x scope, I got SKS, I'm going on the top of this mountain. Instead of staying on the edge of the circle and just far away to scout, I'm gonna scout from this position. Since it is a bit better, I can scout way more. I can look on those buildings in there and look for the open doors or other doors are closed. That will give me a rough idea how many players is on this side, and even inside through the windows you can see that doors are closed, meaning that we probably don't have anyone around. And in there I just seen someone who arrived, and funny thing is that I've seen that guy passing by while I was looting when I was looting my area in Georgia Pole, so I know that it's like probably only person on this side of the map, so I decided just to camp him and see what will happen.
5 minutes later.
Literally 5 minutes later. No, maybe not. Something close to it. He's still sitting in the house, panicking because I took a few shots at him. And yeah, I can see him through the wall because this game is still buggy when it comes to long distances. And I thought he's waiting for a circle, so I decided to pop his wheels in a vehicle so he cannot run when the circle will come, and just you know, just play with him around, see what will happen.
5 minutes later.
And circle arrived. I popped wheels, and he's actually still sitting in there, and the circle gonna move again, and he's still sitting. So I bet he had like, I don't know, millions of meds, because he's still alive. And as you can see, I think I got him through that window in there once. I'm not really sure, but even if not, I managed to get him in here, and that one was really close, and I forced him to med up, so I had really easy kill from 905 meters, which is actually my best for this season. And I'm really happy to have that sort of kill with DMR. With you know, kind of sniping rifle, maybe that would be a bit easier, but with DMR I'm really happy to get that one. So what I'm doing in here is just driving close to the circle, but I'm dropping it off like around 150 to 100 meters away from the circle, so I can run into it instead of driving in. Of course, vehicles are called like beacons, you know, sound beacons, which are just giving away your direction from which you are coming. And I was worried about this building, so I left the vehicle around 250 meters away from it, hoping that they're not gonna hear me. I don't really know how far I need to be like kinda not noticed while driving, but I think 200 meters is still okay. I spotted that circle is really far away, so I have to start running now if I want to run, like get there in time. And I know now that probably no one is behind me, no one is taking shots at me from this building, so it feels clean. So I decided to take advantage of my gear and of the positioning, knowing that no one will engage me. Probably, there is always chance that I'm gonna get engaged, right? But there is a really low possibility that anyone will engage me from the south, west, south, some that areas. And I can engage people from ruins, or people which are trying to get from Rosok on the other side through this field, which is really hard to cross, especially when the other players will shoot at you from the top of the hill in there, close to Pochinki. So I'm looking for potential frags, and I think I spotted one in there, but then apparently I realized that there is a player as well, which we're gonna see in a second in here. Oh, there is a player. And that, when you play in this sort of game style, this is really big problem. So you cannot stop, you cannot engage him like you should, like you normally would do, really cautiously and stuff. No, now my mission is to kill him ASAP or just run away from here. I spotted second player, I need to take him down. I failed because he managed to get behind a tree. All of a sudden, even vehicle came in here, so I was wrong about that side being empty. But I need to deal with this guy ASAP because I know that circle is pushing and I don't want to die to the circle. So using the cover of the vehicle sound, hoping that he's not gonna hear the pin, I held that nade for a second, and luckily I managed to get a kill before he escaped. He was really close to the door. Yeah, so I'm looting, just taking whatever I can and what I think is gonna be useful for me. And now I'm looking on this side, hoping that the guy which was in there is already gone, because circle is really close to me, and this one gonna be really painful after arriving. You guys probably know that when circle is moving and it will finally arrive, it will hit you with the strength of the next circle. So you need to keep that in mind. You can look at my health, how slowly it goes now, but I'm aware that in like now it will hit like hell. So that's why I'm running really fast, but I'm not switching my weapon to pistol or grenade, since I know that there are enemies really close and I might need to fight them even outside of the circle. So I'm laying down in here, and like I mentioned in many comments, I don't like to crawl and I don't like to lay down in this game, because in circles like this one, you can see how far away those little hills in there are still in a circle. People can not see this grass which I'm laying in from that distance, and that would be really easy target if I would try to crawl through. So I lay down only when that really gives me cover, and when circle is super small, like on the 4th or 5th circle. Not even 4th, I think 5th or 6th circle. Okay, so now I'm just making sure, because I gotta have people. I actually missed that player in there. I don't know what I was looking at. I think at this guy. I was trying to look at this guy. So I know that I will have these people behind me. I got a vehicle next to me, so I'm aware of that I can camp a little bit, spot enemies. We got 16 players, and you need to build kind of roughly locations of the enemies. Wait for some gunshots. That's what I at least do. This guy did not know about me, and I have no idea how I missed those shots. At least I had one shot at him, and I know that I forced him now to really bad position. He needs to be behind my rock. He got one player behind him as well, so I just checked, can I pop wheels with the bike, but I think it's still something what we cannot do. Well, maybe one day in this game. And a wonderful way of getting into vehicles. Yes, Trujan, you are a pro seat jumper. So yeah, I just used this vehicle. I can see that he's running through fields, the guy which I took a shot at. So I've seen the vehicle in here and used the advantage of me being bad driver, start driving backwards and having cover from the back seat. Spotted the guy in this little grass in here and just took him down. It is this really common thing that players sitting in the bushes, they're not gonna engage right away. They will wait for you to stop. So if you will spot them, pretend like you didn't, and then just quickly stop in the middle of the run and start shooting. That's at least what I'm doing. In here I did not realize that the guy which I was tracking on the field, he already managed to get to those rocks, and yeah, I got one shot at him. I can hear it fighting somewhere next to Pochinki, so I know that 2 players is in there, 11 left, there is 1 as well. So far I'm trying to figure, you know, where the enemies actually are. I'm decently covered from Pochinki in those fields in there, so I'm in a good position to fight this guy. And at least suppress him long enough so circle will push him and he's not gonna be able to get to the circle. And that's what I'm doing often as well. As you can see, I'm putting the enemy under pressure. He got like from 3 shots which I fired at him, he got 2 in, or even 3 from 4, I'm not even sure, didn't count. But a lot of shots I managed to connect, so people getting so many shots from so few shots, like so many shots connecting from so few shot at them, they are really afraid of peeking later on. Of course not all, but this guy was really unlucky. Headshot in chest and he's dead. So, you know, you can scare your enemy. You need to always think from his perspective that they are scared as well. They are not Rambos, you know, like every single one of them. This guy is in really bad situation. He decided to run right in time when he's supposed to, but I'm just stupid, risky, and I'm running really with a circle, which is really risky. You need to know what you're doing. You need to even know the speed of the circle, and I would die in here. That is like no doubt. If that guy shooting from outside of the field would manage to land at least 1 shot at me, I would be probably dead. But he did something for this. I don't understand that as well. Instead of running, he decided to shoot at me, stopped, and he died to the zone. I missed in here. 3 shots at the level 3 vest with SKS is not really good. I didn't even take him down to like maybe to 20 HP max. So I failed. But the other thing is that I hit shots in there. You see, like now, it was a single shot and kill. So I thought, you know, the guy from the bottom in there finished the guy behind the grade 3. since I had 3 shots at him, he was kinda like 1 shot for AKM. So I'm moving in there like a retard. And thinking that this is actually empty area and that's the sweet spot which I can get on. But there is a player sitting behind that tree and I have no clue why he did not engage. I think maybe he was distracted and didn't look towards me. I'm not sure. Or maybe he was so scared because, like I said before, I managed to get 3 shots at him. So I almost killed him. And yeah, luckily I spotted him. He failed with positioning. That's something what players do really often. They peek and they leave elbow out, because from the standing position, your elbow, when you're holding your AR, is sticking out really much. Now you will see a bunch of really bad nades from me. I'm really sorry for that, but you know, no one is perfect. And he started to nade back, so... and I'm getting pushed by the field, and that is second situation when I'm actually winning against someone and not having advantageous position. All what he had to do is just stay behind the tree, behind the cover, look from the third person, and wait for me to push and get into the full sprint. Just thanks to the third person, there is no way that you're gonna win when you're pushing someone, because he can peek with full auto whenever he wants, and especially when, you know, he's in advantageous position, like you sprinting, it's really hard to start shooting, stop sprinting and start shooting. So it was just like that he's not experienced enough, that guy. That's why I won. That's just my luck in this game. And I thought the enemy moved to the circle. I knew that he's somewhere there, so I wanted to flank him around. Apparently he was behind that tree. Managed to get in and win the game with 7 kills. So there you have it, that is my breakdown. I had a bit of luck in here with last 2 kills, and I hope you guys liked it. So like always, see you guys in the next video.